We're on? Okay, hey everybody. Hi from very, very sunny Los Angeles. A couple of you guys have been asking me about my crazy cauliflower recipe, so I'm going to share that with you on the video. But first, look what came today. This is my Organifi monthly order subscription. I wanted to, I wish that it came, it did come yesterday, but it came yesterday, like by the time I got home it was already late, and I did not want to wake up my my daughter using the technique that I'm just going to share with you. So instead of visually show you, I'm just going to share it with you, because in addition to the crazy cauliflower recipe, you guys were asking me, like, how do you incorporate this into your kombucha? First off, let me show you. So I pre-cut it so that I knew I'd be filming myself with one hand walking to work to make it a little bit easier. Also, I apologize for like my squinty eyes. It's super sunny out today in LA. So let me just get safe. I'm in the parking lot of my office. Because any excuse I have to get out of the office and be in sun with you beautiful people, I will do it. So this is Organifi green juice. We've been talking about the last few days about not just having, you know, wheatgrass and moringa, and we didn't even talk about the ashwagandha and coconut in here. This is by the way, this is why I believe that this is better than anything. Personally, this is better than anything I've ever tried. They have coconut crystals in here. So we all know how great coconut water is. In fact, I'll shoot a video on doing a coconut kombucha recipe. It's honestly, guys, it's really simple. You just add some coconut water to your kombucha. So how the heck do they do that? They literally freeze dry the coconut. So there's coconut crystals, which makes it super smooth and sweet without the sugar. So, but you still have an issue, because how do you add a powder to your kombucha? We know that kombucha, for many of us, we love the fact that kombucha is fizzy and bubbly, kind of like me, I guess. But how do you do that? Because usually when you traditionally add a powder to something, you shake it to make sure it's all dissolved. So there's two things. One, the really cool thing about Organifi is that when you open it up, the powder is so fine. It's almost like a stone ground, like, imagine like, okay, so, and I don't want to call out other companies, because I've used other companies and I've enjoyed them, but other companies, imagine, was like, you know, coffee. If we're going to use coffee for an example, you know, like a French roast, how it's a coarse grind, the coffee. And Organifi is kind of like an espresso. The powder is so finely ground, so that one, it mixes better in here, so that you're getting a consistent amount of the 11 different superfoods, right? Because what happens is that if you have things that are, and by the way, guys, you see, this is what happens when you get me on a video, because you know, don't let the cool hip blue shirt fool you. Like, I'm a dork and I love this stuff, so I grow a little pocket protector and glasses with the tape in the middle, because I'm gonna just get geeky on you for a second. And by the way, I know this because in my company, when we blend teas, we look out for this, in that if you don't have things that are uniformly, so let's say there's 11 different things in here. If 5 of them are a different volume size than the 6, it's going to be disproportionate when you blend it. So think about a bag of potato chips. How, like, when you open up the bag of potato chips, on the top of the bag you have these like big, beautiful, big crunchy chips. Probably the worst example, right? We're using a organic green superfood that helps your hormones and stress and cortisol levels. But stick with me for a second. Get to the middle of the bag, it's a little, you know, it's smaller pieces, and the bottom of the bag, what happens, right? You get all the little like nooks and crannies, these little crumbs. And so similarly, when you're blending herbs and teas and things like this, if the different things are not consistent, then it's very hard to blend consistent, because you might blend it consistently, but when it's shipped, it's, you know, just because of gravity or volume, or, okay, that part I'm not so sure about, but things fall through the cracks, so to speak. So that's one advantage of the green juice. But here's the trick though, okay? If you are using this to add to your kombucha, which, by the way, you don't have to, like, full disclosure, 90% of the time now, I just take this on its own, because it's just, this is shelf stable, it doesn't have to be refrigerated, so I'll just keep it either in the office or when at home, you know, so on and so forth. But when I am adding it to the kombucha, what I've learned is this little simple trick, and here it is. And I apologize. I wanted to show you it, but again, just time is of the essence today with work and stuff, and I didn't want to wake everybody up blending this thing. So that's the trick, right? I just kind of gave it away. You want to make a very concentrated version of this, right, with a little bit of water, and do all the shaking and stirring before you add it into your kombucha. The way I do this is I have something called the magic bullet. I've talked about this in different episodes before, or different videos before, and it's just amazing. It's like a little blender. I think you get it on Amazon now for like 45 bucks. When it first came out, it was like maybe 100, 200 bucks, but so like 40 bucks at Amazon. But you don't really even need that. It's just, I would highly recommend it, but you don't need that. You could literally just take a scoop of this, add some water, but a little bit of water. So if it's telling you to add it in, 8 ounces of water, add it into 1 ounce of water or 2 ounces of water and stir and shake. And then once you have a concentrate, like a shot of espresso, going back to the espresso analogy, then add that liquefied version into your bottle of kombucha or into your glass of kombucha, and it will mix so much easier. Plus it's liquefied, so you'll be able to kind of pour it into your bottle that much easier as well. So I hope that's helpful, and also I hope you try this. I hope you pick up it. This company is amazing. Like Drew Canoli is the kind of like the founder behind this whole movement. So this product only came out like, I guess, a few years though, like more than one, like multiple years after he's been helping people with juicing. So just let that sink in, because like this is a guy that is a big proponent of naturally juicing your foods, and yet he even admits that for most of us, including himself, it's just really hard to consistently be buying fresh organic fruits and vegetables, cleaning them, juicing them, each day. So even if you are a big juicer like I was, and I still juice, I still got my omega, this is kind of like an insurance policy. Okay. And the crazy cauliflower chili. So all it is, guys, is, and so see if they have this at like your local store. They have something now called cauliflower rice, which is just cauliflower. I put that down for a second, so I have a hand now. Hi. It's just cauliflower that is like chopped up in little itty bitty pieces, and there's something about cauliflower, is the consistency of cauliflower that kind of tastes like rice a little bit. And it definitely does when you mix it in with the other couple ingredients that I did. So I took turkey. I'm not sure how many of you guys are what your dietary things are, but so if you're vegetarian, obviously you could just add a bunch of other vegetables. Usually not a big turkey eater, but once a week we'll have like a ground turkey, so it's a little less fat. But you could definitely, I've also made it with grass-fed beef, but the most recent one was a ground turkey. This cauliflower, red onions, garlic, and tomatoes, and that's pretty much it. And then a little tomato sauce. So if you have the time, make your own tomato sauce. Also using the magic bullet, you just take some tomatoes, put it in there, blend it all up, and then you just saute everything, starting with the onions, then the cauliflower, then the garlic, and then kind of like put that aside, then the meat, and then you put it all together. You do the hokey pokey, you turn yourself around, and then you got crazy cauliflower chili. Bump. All right, guys, have a beautiful day. Let me know when you get this, how that little trick works out by liquefying it first. And yeah, okay, tomorrow we are back to more ways to boost your booch, and bye for now.